My therapist told me I was emotionally flatlined, but he didn't know I was secretly running an illegal underground fight club. For the first 2.5 years of high school, I was completely invisible. Not shy, not awkward, just totally empty. Girls looked right through me like I was made of glass. Teachers forgot my name before I even finished answering their questions. I ate lunch alone every single day, and not a soul ever asked to sit with me. I wasn't even sad about it, which was the scariest part. I felt absolutely nothing. My mom told me to just put myself out there, but she didn't get it. I didn't want friends. I didn't want hobbies. I just wanted to feel a single spark of life, even if it meant feeling pure, excruciating pain. That's when I heard about the Pit. It was an underground fight ring operating every Friday night behind the abandoned Walmart on 79th. No refs, no rules, just desperate high school kids beating the hell out of each other while rich kids bet their parents' money. The first night I went just to watch, but I walked away with a split lip, $300 cash, and for the first time in my entire life, I felt alive. My very first opponent was a massive kid named Darius. He was on a 6-fight winning streak with biceps the size of my head. The organizer, Devin, looked at me like I was walking to my own execution. He asked if I was sure because Darius doesn't stop when you tap. I just looked him in the eye and said, "Good." The fight started, and Darius hit me so hard my vision went entirely white. I hit the concrete, tasting dirt and blood. The crowd roared with laughter, but I got right back up. He hit me again. I got up again. By the 4th time, I stood back up, smiling with blood covering my teeth. Nobody was laughing anymore. Darius was completely winded and visibly shaken. That's when I realized the ultimate secret to fighting. It isn't about being the strongest, it's about wanting it more. And absolutely nobody wanted it more than a kid who had nothing left to lose. I caught him with a brutal right hook while he gasped for air, then another, and I didn't stop until Devin dragged me off him. Word traveled fast. They started calling me the Ghost, the Zombie, and the Dead Boy. I liked Dead Boy best. By week 12, I was completely undefeated, 12-0. But week 13 brought Victor. He was a local legend who graduated 2 years prior, retired undefeated, and allegedly put a kid in a coma. He came back just to break me. The night of the championship, the warehouse was packed. The energy was incredibly dangerous. Victor stood in the ring, shirtless, covered in tattoos, looking at me like an insect. For the first 2 minutes, he absolutely destroyed me with professional combos. I went down 3 times. The crowd went dead silent. But every single time I forced myself back up, Victor's face twisted from confusion to sheer terror. He screamed, "Why won't you stay down?" I spit blood and whispered, "Because I don't know how." He charged at me blindly. Angry fighters make mistakes. I slipped his wild hook and countered with everything I had left, catching him flush on the jaw. He stumbled, and I swarmed him, raining down punches until Devin pulled me off. Victor was completely done. The crowd erupted, chanting, "Dead Boy," as Devin handed me $2,000 in cash. But as I walked out, blue and red lights blinded me. The cops rushed the warehouse. An undercover sting had been planning this for weeks. A detective grabbed my bloody, shaking arm and asked if I was fighting. I looked more like a victim than a champion, so I just said I came to watch, and it got out of hand. He looked at my mangled face, looked at Devin in handcuffs, and told me to get out of here and never come back. I walked home in the dark with $2,000 in my waistband and dried blood on my chin. The Pit died that night. Senior year, I went right back to being an invisible nobody, but everything was different. The flatline was gone. Something inside me finally cracked open. I noticed the small things now. The rain, the music, the sound of my mom laughing. I still have that exact cash hidden away. Sometimes I count it just to remind myself it was real. The Dead Boy, undefeated, retired, and nobody will ever know.